If you think about the bodhisattva path, there there's effort in giving rise to these practices and these, the meditation in the bodhisattva path is shamatha, which is calming the mind, and then vipassana, which is insight into the nature, the empty nature of the mind, right? And so, you know, they're taking the relative causal path, the gradual path, and the practice of the six perfections, the paramitas, is to accumulate more merit and more wisdom or more insight, and to do this in a gradual way where we're kind of like putting in a lot of effort, right? The Dzogchen path is quite different because we're taking the ultimate, like you were talking about at the end there, this primordial, like this ever-present primordial awareness that has this radiant quality, right? When we realize that in that ultimate aspect of bodhicitta, because that is ultimate bodhicitta, that's what we're realizing directly.
Yeah.
That's what we're recognizing. We're recognizing our Buddha nature directly. Then it isn't so much about, oh, well, now I need to put effort into the conditions for giving rise to this thing, because we already recognize it. Now an effort is kind of like a little bit based on confusion at that point, because it's like, if you have a really ripe mango, the mangoes are really good right now in Washington. I don't know if they're good in Kansas City, but if you can find a mango, they're like super delicious right now. But if you have a ripe mango, you don't want to put more work into it. You want to figure out how to share it, how to carry that mango out into your community, out into your family, out into your, environment, and share it, right? And so the problem with the idea of an effort-based path of like bodhisattva path, or like this idea that I need to like go through these kind of contrived actions of creating generosity and discipline and patience. If we're really recognizing our Buddha nature and this ever-present awareness, this presence, then the challenge really becomes, how do I carry that into the world? And if we're embodying that ever-present awareness off the cushion, well, automatically it's the perfection of generosity, because this awareness is open. It has no boundaries, right? There's no kind of inner outer sort of, the perfection of generosity is openness, right? There's automatically discipline because we're not accepting some things and rejecting other things, right? There's automatically patience because we have that equanimity, that equalness that we talked about before with whatever's coming up. So it's like this imperturbable patience, because whatever's coming up, we can be present and responsive and dynamic and be in that moment with that thing that would normally be really irritating, normally be really create a lot of aversion. Patience is an antidote to aversion, to negativity. And so if we have this ever-present awareness and we're able to carry that into our world, we automatically have patience there. And the same with diligence. Diligence is really about showing up with joyous perseverance. And if we're carrying that presence out into the world, automatically it's the perfection of diligence, because we're always present, we're always responsive, we're always joyously perseverant. And it's the same with meditation, unwavering presence, right? There's no wandering, we don't lose our mindfulness. It's unwavering presence. And then of course wisdom, the wisdom of equality, the wisdom into the true nature of not only our own mind, the true nature of everyone, reality, right? And so all the perfections become this ornament of our practice. And they're always with us as long as we're carrying this one really important thing, which is this ever-present awareness. Now, if we don't carry that, if we're just kind of meditating and practicing on our cushion, and like we're having some insight into our true nature, and we're kind of going about the rest of our day with this kind of dualistic, like fragmented, sense of self and other, and we're just kind of operating under an ordinary mind, well, then yes, we do want to practice the bodhisattva path according to the regular kind of common vehicle. We do want to intentionally cultivate generosity. We do want to be mindful of our discipline. We do want to practice patience. And so it just depends. I think, to me, it depends on how we're approaching our practice. Is the bodhisattva activity of the sixth perfection is an ornament of your practice, or is it something that you're using to kind of fuel the source, if you will?